Hey all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. This is the Dr. Shabai Show, and on this show, we talk about feminism, how feminism has destroyed society as well as relationships, families, and home. And so I know I haven't posted in a week, but I went out of town and I got sick, and so I'm just trying to get back to being healthy. So I wanted to go ahead and do this video because I saw it yesterday. And to me, this marriage has feminism all up in it because we all know how successful Joe Jonas is as well as his wife, Sophia Turner. So let's look at the article that TMZ put up, and then we're going to talk about it. So it says that Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are headed towards divorce, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Joe has had his people to contact and consult with at least two LA area divorce lawyers, and he's on the cusp of filing divorce doc to end his marriage with Sophie. So that's a red flag right there. So when we all know that everything that I've talked about, all the videos I've done, that typically women are the ones that file for divorce. And when a man files for divorce, it says a lot. What it says is that woman either tricked him in being somebody that she wasn't, or that she is also a undercover feminist and he had no idea. And I think that could be the case. But let's go on to read, and it says, our sources say that the couple had had serious problems for at least 6 months. 6 months is a very long time. We're told over the last 3 months that Joe and has been caring for the two young children pretty much all the time. Even as his band was touring, we're told that Joe currently has both kids as the group plays around the US. That is a huge deal. If this is true, this is a huge deal because most women want to be the one that's caring for their children. You know, if you have that mother instinct, you don't want someone else to be taking care of your children. You want to do that. But if he is the father and he's caring for the young children, that is telling. That says a lot. You know, either she doesn't want to or she just is not fit to, but that's a big deal. So on the surface, it seems that there's been no outward signs of trouble. Joe and Sophie have attended events together. However, in recent weeks, Joe has been seen not wearing his ring, and they recently sold their Miami mansion. That's a big deal because that is the family home. You know, why would you sell it if you just bought it a year ago and you have such young children? So they bought that place a year ago and sold it very quickly for a decent profit. Joe and Sophie first linked up in 2016 and got engaged a year later, which is pretty fast, but that's common in Hollywood. And later in 2019, they were married Vegas style, and they've been living the family life ever since. Quickly be welcoming their first kid in 2020 and another in 2022. A lot has happened to them over the past 4 years. Professionally, Joe and Sophie have been busy, mostly Jay Jonas, though. He's gone on tour with his brothers recently and is scheduled to perform through the winter. Sophie's done some TV movie stuff in recent years, but isn't nearly as active as she used to be back in the day. By the way, they're still young. Joe is 34 and Sophie is only 27. They reached out to the reps for Joe and Sophie. So far, no word back. That says a lot. She was 23 when they got married, and they had children back to back. And maybe she thought she was ready, but maybe she isn't ready to be a mother and a wife, because these children are so young, and it would be so sad if the family breaks up, but he seemed to be stepping up and being the father. And so that's the point that I wanted to make. Why would a man file for divorce from a woman unless it was really, really serious? And, he's caring for them if the story is true. So, yeah, this says a lot. A lot of women want that big very wedding, they want that big, beautiful dress. But a lot of women just don't understand what comes along with that. And what comes along with that is responsibility. It's no longer about you and your dream. Now, of course, some people will say that women, shouldn't put themselves last when they're doing, when they're married and have children. No, I'm not saying that, but you do have to make your priorities should be your family. Now, of course, if you have dreams and goals, of course you can follow those, but your number one goal is to make sure that your kids and your family is okay. So that's my video. I would love to hear what you think. Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is Dr. Shabai.